Hello YouTubers, this is Pink Olay, and today we're going to be making a spring Easter hat. For this project, I'm using 100% pure cotton. You can do this in any color. I'm using a cotton lily, and I'm using a size I hook. That's a 5.5 millimeter hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors and of course a yarn needle. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started with my slip knot here. And we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to join. And then we're going to chain 2. And we're going to put 12 double crochets into that little ring that we just made. So, and this would be my first double crochet. And this is 2. Uh-oh. Okay. This is 3. And 4. This is 5. 6. This is 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. And then we're going to join at up here at our chain 2 that we did. Go. And then we're going to chain 2 more. Now we're going to skip our first stitch, which would be here, right there. And we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch and in every stitch around. So skip that first stitch and then 1, that's 1, and then we're going to do 2. There we go, that's 2 in that stitch, and then you're going to do 2 in every stitch around. And the last 2 double crochets will be placed into the stitch previously left empty. So we're going to go around. So this is go. Keep going. coming up on the end here. So, and then here. Now I've come to the end, and now for our last 2 double crochets, we'll be placing into the stitch previously left empty. So that would be, yeah, that would be here. And then you want to just slip stitch there. And this is what it should look like. Okay, now we're going to chain 2 more, and we're going to do 1 double crochet in next stitch, so right here, and then 2 double crochet in next stitch, and we're going to repeat all the way around. My bad, I'm sorry about that, made a mistake. We're going to skip the first stitch. We're going to put 1 stitch here, 1 double crochet here, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And when you're going to do this all the way around. Now when you get to the end, you're going to do the same thing you did. You're going to put your last 2 double crochets into this stitch here that you skipped in the first one, and then slip stitch to the next stitch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished that round. Now on to our next round. Should be on our 4th round here, and we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip our first stitch, and we're going to put 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Okay, and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch after that. So it's 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochet into the stitch after that. You're going to do that all the way around, and then again you're going to, your last 2 double crochets are going to be put into that first stitch that you skipped. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished that round. Now we're on to our 5th round. We're going to go ahead and chain 2. Again, we're going to skip the first stitch. We're going to double crochet in the first 3 stitches, just 2 and 3, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets into the stitch after that. So again, that's 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then 2 double crochet in the stitch after that. You're going to do that all the way around, and again you're going to put your last 2 double crochet into the stitch that you skipped, and then you're going to slip stitch to the next stitch after that. I'm going to go ahead and finish that off camera, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished that round. Now we're on to our 5th round. We're going to go ahead and chain 2. Again, we're going to skip the first stitch. We're going to double crochet in the first 3 stitches, just 2 and 3, and then we're going to put 2 double crochets into the stitch after that. So again, that's 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then 2 double crochet in the stitch after that. You're going to do that all the way around, and again, you're going to put your last 2 double crochet into the stitch that you skipped, and then you're going to slip stitch to the next stitch after that. I'm going to go ahead and finish that off camera, and I'll meet you back at the end. Alright, so I went ahead and I finished that round, and now we should be on our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to get my string out of the way here. We're going to chain 2, and this chain 2 counts as a double crochet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 double crochet into the same stitch as joining. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to skip 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3, and right here we're going to put 4 double crochets in here. So 1, 2, this is 3, and this is 4. And that is going to be your pattern for this round. You're going to do 4 double crochet, skip 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 more double crochet. You're going to keep doing this all the way around, and of course you're going to join with the slip stitch at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and then I'll meet you back at the end. Alright, so I went ahead and I finished that round. Now on to our next round. What you're going to do, at the end of the last round, you were going to chain, or I'm not chain, but slip stitch to your chain 2. Then you're going to slip stitch in the next stitch. Then you're going to slip stitch into the chain spaces here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2. And we're going to double crochet 3 times into this space. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do the same thing we did before, which is we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to double crochet 4 into the space. So 1 and 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. And that will be our pattern. Again, skip 3, then 4 double crochet into the chain space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you want to keep going all the way around, and of course you want to join with the slip stitch at the end. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and I'll meet you back at the end. Alright, so I went ahead and I finished that round. Now for the next 6 rounds, this is what you're going to do. I have slip stitched to my chain 2. So what I'm going to do is I've only chained 1, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch in this slip stitch in the first chain, and then I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch in the space, and then after slip stitch in the space, I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Remember, this is for the next 6 rounds, and you're going to put 3 double crochet as your chain 2 counts as 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're just going to do the exact same thing you did from the last round. You're going to skip 3, and in that chain space, you're going to double crochet 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, when you get all the way around, you're going to slip stitch to this chain 2 right here. And then you're going to do the exact same thing again, where you slip stitch in the first stitch, then slip stitch into the chain space and start all over again with your chain 2, 3 double crochet, then skip 3, double crochet 4, then continue on with skipping 3 and double crocheting 4. And remember, this is for the next 6 rounds. I am going to go ahead and finish this up off camera, and I will meet you back at the end of the 6 rounds. Alright, so I have went ahead and I have finished those 6 rounds, and you should have something that kind of resembles a small bowl. Okay, and this is what it should look like. You should have little holes there. Now I am going to zoom in so you can see. Okay, now what we're going to do next. Now you don't have to change your color if you don't want to, but I'm going to. So I'm going to change colors here, and I'm gonna go with a nice blue. Okay, so add my color here, and I'm going to chain 2, so 1 and 2. Pull them, make sure they're tight, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to half double crochet in each of the 3 stitches, and then you're going to put 1 half double crochet. Basically it's just 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So you chain 2, and we're just going to half double crochet all the way around. See? All the way to the other end. You're going to do this for 2 rows. 2 more rows is just going to be simply half double crochet all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off camera, and of course I will meet you back at the end. Alright, so I finished that round, and this is what your hat should look like now. So should have it flopping over. Now I've slip stitched right at the top of that next stitch. So now we're going to chain 2. And let me just fix the camera here. Whoops. Okay, so now we're going to chain 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip the very first stitch, which is here. And we're just going to do 1 double crochet all the way around. Then the last double crochet will be placed in the one that you skipped. So just 1 double crochet around the entire hat. And of course I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, and of course I'll meet you back at the end of this round so I can tell you the last step. So I went ahead and I finished that round. Now this is what you should have, and it would look like a giant floppy bowl pretty much. So this is what you should have. This is the hat. Now we're going to go ahead and finish our very last round. I'll turn it this way. So let me go ahead and fix the camera. Okay. Now for our very last round, we are just simply going to chain. No, we're not going to chain anything. Sorry, we're just going to slip stitch. I'm so sorry. Okay. So we're just going to slip stitch all the way around the hat in the back loops only. So right here, just like this, around the entire hat. And this will be our very last round. And of course, you're going to end the hat with a slip stitch to join. Now, I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. And as always, I am Pink Olay, and I am always saying, happy crochet.